Wayne Allen is one of Florida's newer residents, though in the time he's been here, he's taken full advantage of the beautiful weather to participate in his favorite activities.
I live here in Florida and year-round. I'm a security guard in the evening. I work midnight to 8, so that allows me to have time to enjoy the Florida fun during the daytime. I've been here for about 8 years. I lived in Massachusetts for the most of my life and very happy that I'm in Florida now. I love to golf. I also like to swim and enjoy the pool at the clubhouse.
But persistent lower back pain began to prevent him from really living his life.
I believe the pain is just from all the enjoyment I did as a young child, playing sports, just being rough on my body. It started out in my lower back. I was having difficulty actually getting out of a chair or off the couch, and it got to the point where it was so bad when I was sitting or even sleeping, I couldn't sleep for more than maybe 4 hours, and after the 4-hour period I would have to get up because I was in such pain, and I was living on ice and heat and just trying to do the best I could to get through. It was like a burning pain that went right across the belt line. Sometimes went into my hip area. It was pretty much debilitating at points. When I would go golfing, before I would go golfing, I'd have to take ibuprofen to be able to make it through the 18 holes. If I didn't, by 9 holes I couldn't hardly walk, and it was hard to even just bend over to pick up my ball or stuff of that sort.
Seeking conventional methods of pain relief brought Wayne no comfort.
I've gone to chiropractors, been to massages, and all that did help temporarily. Within a week, couple weeks, it was right back to the same pain and suffering. I've been living with the pain for I'd say 10 or 11 years. And it just got worse and worse as the years went on and got to the point where I just had to do something. I found Dr. Bonati searching on the internet, just looking around for someone to help back pain. I actually found him when I was living in Massachusetts, and they were actually putting on a seminar up in Massachusetts that I went to.
But it wasn't until he relocated to Florida that he found relief.
The pain was just to the point where I couldn't handle it any longer. And I was watching TV one night. The show came on for Dr. Bonati on Saturday night, and it actually came up on my Facebook. I put in an email and just requested somebody call me, and someone did call me right back within hours and set up an appointment, and I then went up to the Spine Center. Unlike
other medical facilities, the Bonati Spine Institute will connect you directly with a surgeon to discuss your case on the phone prior to making any appointments.
Dr. Bonati actually, he's the one that diagnosed me over the phone, which was totally amazing. He was the one that actually called me after I put in my email to Bonati Center. Someone came on the line and said, the doctor would like to speak to you, and I just assumed it would be one of the doctors. I wasn't expecting Dr. Bonati to come on. They switched the phone over, and he said, hello, Mr. Allen, this is Dr. Bonati. And I was just shocked. He said, okay, I'm going to give you 3 or 4 different situations of where your pain is and where it starts and where it ends. He said, because he already knew I had lower back pain by the email I had sent and everything. So he went through the first 2, and I said, no, that isn't quite it. The third time he spoke to me and told me the exact pain areas, where it went, how it felt. He nailed it perfectly. I couldn't believe he told me how I felt without even meeting me before. And his next words was, we can take care of that. And he was right, they did. After speaking to Dr. Bonati, I was seeing someone within a couple of days, and surgery was set up within a week. It was just waiting on the okay from insurance companies.
The patented and targeted Bonati spine procedures are performed incrementally to eliminate the main source of the pain first and ensure that recovery time and scarring are minimal.
The 2 procedures I had were approximately 3 weeks apart. I had the one on my lower back, which was the original one, and then I had a second one for a pinched nerve. Yes, the first procedure was in July, middle of July, and then the second procedure was in the beginning of August of 2016. I went in the morning at 10:30, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon I walked out of recovery with no pain other than some surgical pain. In recovery, they had me stand up and walk. The first time I got out of bed and I didn't have to bend over and walk like I was 30 years older than I am. The feeling was amazing.
Now you can find Wayne back to life, spending his downtime outdoors in the Florida sunshine.
After the 2 procedures, I feel wonderful. I can walk half hour a day. Before, I couldn't make maybe 20 minutes and I'd have to come back and put ice on my back. This morning, I just went out for a half-hour walk with my wife and my dog and came back, and no pain at all, and just feel great.
Spine surgery can be a scary thought to anyone experiencing crippling back or neck pain, but you'll know for sure when you're in the right place.
You hear all these issues about surgeries that have gone bad and stuff, so people are pretty nervous about it, but I had real confidence in the Bonati Center, and I read up quite a bit on them and saw quite a few of the things that were said about them. And I tell people all the time, I have spoken on Facebook and I've received people's thank yous and comments back thanking me for everything I've said. And I can't say enough, and there is no worry about going to Bonati's. They'll take care of you and they'll make it right.